action. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from Artie Earth. This is the most badass movie review podcast in all the known land, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy C, and on the point is the diva herself. How are you? Thanks so much for coming on. We were going to do love phones.
I finally made it, and I didn't have to show my tits, and I made it.
well, they know, like, yeah, that's what they know, but I usually collect after the show. I just told you, I'm like, all right, your co-host today, I can't hit on you like I normally do. I got to be respectful because you're co-host, and then you start saying stuff like that. You're just setting me up. Look at that cat behind you. You got that big fuzzy tuxedo cat.
I know, that's Blair.
That's Blair the cat?
That's Blair the cat.
Is it a boy cat or girl cat?
It's a girl cat.
It's a girl cat?
She's just as annoying as the Blair that you got rid of.
Yeah, really? She delete your YouTube videos or some shit?
No, she doesn't do that. She wants a home still.
So, I was gonna, we're just gonna do love phones, and then I saw you watched The Matrix, and I said,
yes.
Why don't we do a movie review?
Yes, but I still want to make fun of people. We could do love phones. I still want to make fun of people.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll just see how this goes and how long we can take
We'll see how it goes. I won't be that mean. It is the Christmas spirit. I'll be nice. You'll be just fine. I saw in the chat somebody's like, I don't know why you paid for this, because I actually went to the theater. I don't know why you paid for it. It was guaranteed to be crap, and I agree with that.
I get that. But the trailer was good. And
I agree. That's why I don't agree. I was going to pay for it. I was going to pay for it until Vito started posting articles saying that they were pulling, The Last Jedi shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. And so, I had, a really bad flashback because I remember when The Last Jedi came out, it was, the same thing. I didn't know what happened, but I was told that it was going to be bad, that makes sense.
The Last Jedi is a better movie than this. It's an infinitely better movie. I'm not exaggerating, because I went to The Last Jedi with Dave, and I can't say I didn't have a good time. We argued about the movie, went drinking afterwards. Is all the story breaking stuff that happened? At least it was a surprise. I didn't expect it to be I didn't really realize how bad Last Jedi was until, oh my God, they broke everything in the story.
Yeah, now that I think about it, at least with Last Jedi, with the ending, I was like, at least the ending added some substance. I just didn't like the substance. It added something.
Yeah. Well, I was never bored for a second during Last Jedi.
But you weren't bored.
I was never bored when I watched The Last Jedi.
Where with me, Tommy, we're doing spoilers, right?
Hold on, say whatever you want. You don't want spoilers? Drop out now. Says in the title.
I don't because I'm trying to give people a chance here.
Yeah.
But okay, without spoilers. So I was about 20 minutes in, and I'm not gonna spoil until because
no, you can spoil it. This is a spoiler show. You can spoil everything. Just fuck it. That
bunny song, him on the treadmill, a bunch of fat virgins talking about the game. And it was this whole 80s montage for about 5 minutes. Do you know what I'm talking about, Tommy?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I thought they were going to make a statement about media today. I thought those, they have these guys, they're obviously a gaming dev team. For those who don't know, well, I mean, you should be watching this. Neo just kind of wakes up, or next we find him is his whole Matrix events up to that point were a fantasy. And that fantasy was put into a video game that was made in 1999 called The Matrix. Right. And what happens is he starts to, or at least he's told, he has a problem with a fantasy intruding on reality, and he's taking medication and seeing a psychiatrist. Well, the psychiatrist turns out to be the head bad guy, the guy with the blue glasses, and he takes blue pills to keep. And what it turns out is his chase for Trinity is more powerful. It puts more energy than people being put in the Matrix. So they don't even need people anymore in the Matrix. They just need the chase for Thomas Anderson to hook up with Trinity, which she's always just out of reach for him. And apparently he's like, well, what happened to him? They both died. They cloned them. What they did is they took their DNA, they grew them, the same DNA, and they put them back in the Matrix. So it's not even like the original Thomas Anderson's body. It's just it's a clone. They're both Trinity. They're both clones.
Right. It was Tommy about the therapist. This is one thing I will say. That scene when I saw Morpheus coming out of the toilet, all up in the bathroom shit, holding the gun all wrong and shit.
Yeah.
Then the guy that gets revealed as Mr. Smith comes out of like the office, which any normal person that would have came out the office and seen a lot of gunfire and shit, they would have been like, oh my God, oh shit, there's a lot of gunfire, right?
Yeah.
He goes and looks at a gun, gets a hard on, grabs the gun. It was like, oh my God, Mr. Anderson.
Well, that was Smith.
And it was Smith. Like he grows, his dick gets big, grabs the gun, and then Neo is just like deer in headlights, and I'm just sitting here like this in the bed by myself with a glass of
did that
water.
bother you? Because I think that's going to be one of the complaints going forward. When Neo finally realizes that he's Neo, right? He's still kind of a bumbling, fumbling, unsure of himself dude. He's not even the guy that Thomas Anderson was in the first movie. At least that guy was kind of confident. He's actually just kind of a loser. You know, he's a loser game dev that can't get laid, which is impossible to believe because it's Keanu Reeves.
And so I'm in the bed shocked. And then it instantly goes to the therapist scene, and he was like, and the therapist says, "Are you okay?" And I literally looked at the television. I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm
exactly.
Okay." Morpheus just came out of the fucking bathroom, looking like Arsenio Hall in '97 with an orange suit.
Yeah.
Which, the first 5 minutes. So, God, Tommy.
I fell asleep.
God.
I literally fell asleep.
First 5 minutes. This blue-head bitch comes up. My name is Bugs Bunny. I'm like, are you serious, bitch?
Yeah.
My name is Bugs. So she's not doing any kung fu. Guns flailing everywhere. Bullets are failing everywhere. I'm supposed to be convinced that this bitch can shoot. Like, she's just shooting in the air.
Yeah.
Just shooting.
I don't even know who that character was. I mean, a lot of people were going to complain, oh, no, we're going to get the blue-haired SJW character. I don't know anything about that character. I don't know anything more about that character than I did when I saw the poster. You know? And here's the other thing is, like, the Matrix, the original Matrix, it changed movies. Like, the way they film movies, bullet time, the whole time. And there's these bunch of, like, breaking the fourth wall references to the original film. And I guess, like, I was talking to Nick because they thought they had a guaranteed fucking killer hit on their hands. They didn't. The best commentary. Am I frozen? Oh, okay. Well, shit. Well, I got 2 cameras running now. That's why. Check that out. Yeah, I'm frozen. I guess this 2-camera thing is not going to last long if that's what's going to happen. So yeah, that ain't going to last. Yeah, I know.
Do you want to do the tipster stream?
Yeah, the tipster angle. I'll do the tipster angle. Glitch in the Matrix. We failed. Exactly. I don't know what's going on here. And then it defaults to colors I don't want it to be. Super. That's super. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I got the tipster angle going on. Let me see it. Oh, wait a minute. Now it won't even give me the tipster angle. Like, what is this? What is this? What is going on here? There's the tipster angle.
About there you go. Now this is happening.
There we go. The tipster angle. There you go. There you go. Oh, fuck off. I lost weight. The stream's lagging too?
I haven't seen any stream lagging.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong going on here. And so the stream's lagging too. No, I
haven't seen anything. No, I haven't seen any.
No, I haven't got any problems on my end either. And so they have that, and Yellow Flash. I think Yellow Flash probably said the smartest thing about it. He said that, why is it putting me on it's giving me the tipster angle up here now? Like, what the fuck?
I'm here for it.
Is going on here?
It's the tipster show.
It's the tipster angle show.
Do you have any tequila?
Do I have any tequila? No.
Yeah, all you need is a tequila and a fitted hat, and you'll be the tipster.
I don't drink anymore. I don't drink that much no more. And you know what's driving me berserk is the fucking sound effects is making me nuts. Thank you, War Doc. Appreciate it. So I think Real Flash hit it right in the head, and he said this movie had no idea what it wanted to be, or whatever.
No, it didn't.
Whatever it wanted to do.
Didn't.
I'm not even sure right now what the plan was. The only thing I heard online is we are taking Red Pill back. Well, people stopped saying that Red Pill shit years ago. You know, it's not as like big as it used to be, and it doesn't necessarily have to have something to do with any specific politics or anything like that. Red Pill just means to know the truth. You know,
but like the thing is that it did not feel like a Matrix movie. Like, okay, so this was like my main issues, Tommy. The fight between Smith and Neo was garbage. It was trash.
Every fight scene was trash.
It was but that was like the fight. That was supposed to be the rematch.
Yeah.
Of 3. And I was like, holy fuck. And then there was like a whole part of me that I was like, I hope nobody blames Keanu for this. Because we know that Keanu is a little bit older, right? But he can still fight.
I don't think all those guys are young. I don't think it had anything to do with the ability of the kung fu.
He can still do it.
It just was badly shot. I mean, it's up to the filmmakers and the cinematographers.
That was awful. Like all the fights were bad. All the gunfights were bad.
Every single fight was bad.
The ending scene where this girl was in a car getting shot up by bullets and somehow was living. They're like, save the girl. She's getting shot up in the car. So you just see this girl in the car just going like this. And she's in the chair like this. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this bullshit movie?
And you know what the completely bizarre moment was for me? And I didn't even care when it happened. Agent Smith saves Trinity and Neo.
Yes!
And they never say why.
No.
They just say, we're you know, it was like, me and Tom been and that's another thing. He calls him Tom the whole time.
Yeah,
called him Mr. Anderson in the movie. He was kept on calling, me and Tom been through a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just doing this because
we fucked hella bitches through the years.
Yeah,
we ran trains.
Yeah, fuck this. I'll just mess up this new guy's Matrix. And it's just like, why? Like there's nothing established.
So Mr. Smith was a good guy? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Technically.
Yes.
Yes.
He is because of reasons, I guess. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The Highwayman is in it, and he's that's kind of a call. It's just so bizarre, and it never really gets good.
Yo, Tommy, what was this? This was 15 minutes. I had to deal with this at the bed.
Oh,
this was it for 15 minutes straight.
I think they really went out of their.
What the fuck was this?
They really went out of their way to make him look weak. He's very weak through the whole time. The only thing he really does, I'm stealing this from Jeremy a little bit. All he does is block bullets.
Yeah, that's the same the whole time. The characters kind of make the story go, what's her name is in it too? Will Smith's ex-wife. She was in it. Naomi. Oh my God, do not get me started on that. Don't get me started.
I thought she was the most interesting part.
If I
had to say one, she had the only interesting fucking character in the whole film. Was Naomi, who was part of the sequels, not even a part of the original movie.
But Tommy, explain to me why there was an important scene and it would be no transition, nothing. They would immediately go back into her room. What did you guys do again? Captain, I told you not to do that. Why did you go out again? Then they would leave for another 5 minutes, and come back to Niobe's room. What were you doing? I can't believe you.
Yeah, but her character made the most sense, though, because what she was the reason she was mad at the captain, the girl with the blue hair, for going and pulling Neo out of the Matrix, right? Because apparently there were rumors that Neo and Trinity were still alive, right? But
and she wouldn't leave
on
the shit
her
alone.
orders, on Naomi's orders, they are not to go screwing with this shit because it could possibly screw up the truce between their new city. Zion apparently fell apart and had nothing to do with the machines. They have a new city. I forget the name of it. Io. They have Io, and they don't want to. It actually makes sense. They don't want to screw up like the peace that they have with the machines. They don't want to restart war with the machines because apparently the machines went to war with each other. There was like a civil war with the machines, and she doesn't want to do anything to break the peace. But the captains of the ships are so like steeped in Neo history, and they want to make contact with these two characters. And that's actually the reason they hadn't aged, because they were cloned. That's why they hadn't aged. They were about 50 years old. I have a question for you, Tommy. Yeah. Do you remember that scene where Keanu straight up look at that black woman? And I'm not trying to be racist. Like, this woman is black. This is a black woman. Yeah. She is not mixed. She is black. Yeah. Did you catch her trying to say that her granddaddy was Captain Roland? Yeah. Do you know who Captain Roland is? Yeah, white man. I fell out the bed. Oh. Well, I felt a black woman. She's like, oh, my granddaddy was cool with you, Captain Roland. I thought Captain Roland was like, the black guy that died at the end of Revolutions. No, like her granddad, if you Google Captain Roland, it's a white man. I didn't know that. So I have no idea. Go Google it. I have no idea why this black woman was like, my granddaddy's Captain Roland. And I'm like, well, I mean, I suppose. I mean, that's pretty Captain Roland. Oh, that's Captain Roland. Yeah. Hold on a second. He was kind of right. Captain Roland, pretty white. You know, I have. What was his significance? Yeah, it's this Captain Roland right there. He looks German. With her whole chest, hair, and dreadlocks. My granddaddy's Captain Roland. Okay, that's good. And fucking dreadlocks. If you don't go to Maury Povich and get the fuck out of my face, well, maybe that ain't your goddamn granddaddy. Get the fuck out of here. Captain Roland. Well, come on. We don't want to. I mean, I'm sure we have, kids of mixed ethnicities in the crowd. But damn, Tommy. That's pretty funny. Oh, come on now. That's funny. But I forgot. We live in 2021 where Eat This White passing. I forgot. Yeah, I suppose. Anyways. That's funny. Captain Roland. I thought Captain Roland was the black guy. I did. I thought he was the black guy that was the hero. You know what the scene I'm talking about? That black woman straight up said, my granddaddy's Captain Roland. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I fell out of my bed. She said, who wrote that shit? I was like, I was like, this is telling me that you guys didn't care. You have a black woman. Mm. Well, I know about genetics. She could have, if she would have said great granddaddy twice removed, I wouldn't let that shit go. Well, I mean, Captain Roland's kid could have been in a like let's say Captain Roland's daughter married a black guy, and then they had a daughter. That don't make that though. That don't make that though. What are you, a breeder? I'm sorry. That's not how you make that. I don't know. No, you're going to have to put a lot more coffee to make that woman. I'm sorry. I guess so. Like, it's not like, Daddy, I had sex with a black guy one time. It came out with her. No, it's just that's not how movie, it works. We can suspend disbelief a little bit. The genetics. I mean, we are talking about a world within a world, so who knows? Maybe I got another one. Maybe Captain Roland adopted an orphaned black boy from one of the captains, and that was her granddaddy. And here you go. You can't even say that with a straight face. No, because it's ridiculous. This movie. In fact, I'm surprised you didn't catch that shit. Yeah, well, she was adopted. Like, Captain Roland's son was adopted, or daughter. Yeah, son was adopted, and he married a nice black woman, and they had a coffee black daughter.
Wait, I have another question for you, Tommy.
Sure.
What do you think about Morpheus being an AI bitch? That was offensive.
I didn't understand Morpheus' character. I didn't even understand how it was Morpheus. So Morpheus is an agent because of reasons. And he has to be kind of red-pilled again. But the agents, the programs, they can come back to the real world. They come to the real world, but they're kind of there, but they're not there. They're almost made up of little tiny bowls.
Yeah.
They can shake your hand in it, but they're made of like bowls. And
then they never explained what happened to Morpheus because Niobe says like, "Oh, he's a statue now."
Yeah, they never explained why he was Morpheus. I thought Morpheus was dead because it was 60 years later.
Which would have made sense.
And they made a statue of him, but then they kept on calling the agent that they rescued and they red-pilled Morpheus. I still don't understand that. He was an agent. He was kind of like a traitor to the agents. That's all he was.
And it was so stupid.
And he called himself
grabbing that blue bitch Bugs Bunny into the room. And then Sadie's character, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about that. That was at that point in time, I was like, how much more do I have of this shit?
I fell asleep about 20 minutes in. I woke up. I got to the 52nd minute when Naomi was there, and after that scene was over, I was like, I really don't care what happens. I'm comfortable. I'm uncomfortable. The theater's hot. You know what? I can always just find out. I just wanted all right, tell me the story. Like at one point, I was like, just tell me what happens. And I just went home. I went to bed.
What did you think about them giving Jada Pinkett Smith a fisheye contact?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I liked her the most. There's no.
They gave her a fisheye, and they gave her a dreadlock wig. I was on the floor again. I fell again.
There was nothing cool about it. The fight scenes were bad. There was no the only kind of innovation they made is they had something called swarm mode where the agents or the bad guys can take over like swaths of people and then they attack you like a zombie apocalypse.
And he was making bombs. Did you see the bombs?
Yeah, that was. I actually like that.
Bombs everywhere.
I like that. If you got possessed, so Trinity and Keanu or Neo are driving down, and they
with a motorcycle going 10 miles per hour,
and people stop jumping out of their apartments, and they use themselves as projectiles, as bombs. It was that was the only. Neo. That was the only thing that was mildly cool in the whole movie. People just jumping out windows. Like every time they drove by a high rise, there's just people like throwing themselves at the motorcycles. It's like hysterical.
No, like it was. And then she would like. Okay, so you said you didn't like Matrix 2 and 3.
I like them more now. I like them a lot more now. I mean, there was things I liked about those movies. I've always been a big fan of Naomi.
Right.
Because she's hot. No, but I thought her character was good. It was interesting. There's problems in the Matrix movie. The story is not the story's okay. It's just not as well executed as the original. But they're watchable. They're not like
they're entertaining. They're entertaining.
They're okay. They're not like the first one. The first one's like life-changing movie.
But the fight scenes pull you in though.
Absolutely. No. I like when they get in the mechs and they start shooting over Zion or something like that. There's a lot of bad execution in certain things, but the story
I'm sorry,
is
them twins, Tommy, them ghost twins on the Matrix 2, that shit was fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
That shit was fire.
And then Morpheus figures out how to kill an agent, and that's cool. They had really good builds. Like they established that the only one that could even think to kill an agent was Neo, right? So you had to that's why it was so cool when Morpheus finally got a kill on a program, because it took so much work,
Right.
Yeah, it took so much work. He had to learn. He had to learn to kind of become to be able to do it, and it's a lot harder for him than it would be for Neo. And then they kind of did the same thing with Trinity in this, except they kind of just say she was the one all along. It wasn't really him; it was her. You know,
it was both of them, and they're gonna make their own new world. Like the last few. Okay, so this was like another thing that was confusing to me. Throughout the whole time, like the whole freeze paint thing, and like the therapist like freezing and making time stop and things like that, and they were all freaking out, right?
Yeah.
So they couldn't move. Then, as soon as Trinity and Neo hold hands and jump off a fucking building, now all of a sudden we can slap the shit out of the therapist.
Yeah, because they need to be together. That's the thing. Well, you know what Tim Pool said? Tim Pool said it's an ultra right-wing movie because men and women need each other, and that's the message of the film.
And so, I would say the last 5 minutes or the last 3 minutes felt like a Matrix movie. Trinity slapping the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Kicking the fuck out of him. But, it was weird to me because it was just such a leap of what happened 5 minutes ago.
You know,
where the guy was like, so what are you going to do? Are you going to make rainbows and stuff? I would like rainbows, honey. Let's make rainbows. And then they start flying together like it's fucking Superman and Supergirl.
Yeah,
and then that's how it is. And I'm just like...
They tried to remake their characters, quite literally. So, you got to understand, you have to... They started from ground zero. Trinity needs to be red-pilled, and Neo needs to be red-pilled. And I don't think anybody wants to watch that because... It does. It's these characters have already been established, and if you want to see that, you kind of want to see what they are, not so much you want to see them redeveloped, so to speak. And by the time they get developed, Neo doesn't even. It doesn't feel like Thomas Anderson. It doesn't feel like Neo.
It doesn't feel like anybody.
He looks like a guy that has Neo is just a guy that has a lot of problems. That's all he was.
Yeah, he just has PTSD, and then the Frenchman. I didn't need that. I didn't need the Frenchman. I did not need him. I didn't understand that.
Well, he wasn't there this time.
Yeah, he was. The Frenchman was in the movie. You didn't recognize him?
No.
He was screaming French. He looked homeless. His hair was all over the place.
I thought that was the Highwayman.
No, that was the Frenchman.
That was the Frenchman?
From the second movie. Yes, that was the Frenchman.
You're right.
ruined my life.
He didn't need to be there. You proved it. I didn't even know that was him. I thought that was the highway.
At him.
Or the train man. I thought that was the train man from the fucking second one.
That was the Frenchman. And he was screaming. He was literally screaming at him.
He was
I was fucking hella bitches if you ruined my fucking life.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Neo. Did you, I don't remember it, but did Neo ever grab a gun? I don't even remember Neo grabbing a gun.
No, not once. Not once. In fact, all the other new guys did all the fighting for him.
And it was trash. The one thing I did I liked the whole mirror concept when they were going through the mirrors.
Yeah.
And then I liked the train, how they were going through. I liked the door concept, which they took that from the second and third movie. Yeah, because they kind of show,
now they have, they have the guy that's on the microphone. He can actually be there with you.
Yeah.
What do they call the guy? The conductor or whatever it is? He could be there with you as a hologram. And kind of guide you instead of doing it over a fucking cell phone or something. The tech got upgraded. They don't need telephones anymore. They need mirrors. And they usually use mirrors that were in trains because at least it would always be moving and a lot more difficult for the agents to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
the movie was just horrible. That's all I can say. I did like the actor that they picked for Mr. Smith. I enjoyed him.
Did you? I thought he was awful. Maybe not his fault.
I liked him.
I thought he was awful.
But the fight scenes were absolutely horrendous. I don't know who they fired or who didn't want to come back. It did not feel like the same team. I don't know if the guy did. I don't know if the guy came back or not. I'm just going to assume he didn't because
they felt like no matter what they put out, it was going to make major bucks. There are constant callbacks to the movie to the point where they actually show scenes from the original movie. No joke.
I would say there were more scenes from the original movie than there was of the movie.
Yeah, that's how many callbacks.
Not being dead serious.
Yeah, and
there were more scenes from the Matrix 1
it was
than
almost
there was in the entire movie.
It was like a made-for-TV movie in the 90s that somebody got hold of the Matrix IP and they made it more family friendly. I felt like it was a fan fiction gone wrong. This was.
It was a fan fiction that went wrong. That epic, iconic Trinity kick she does? She does the arch back and kicks?
Yeah, this spin kick.
Holy shit, the stunt double they got for that was as slow as a turtle. I'm like, you couldn't have sped that kick up a little bit? That, in the sound effect, that was awful. And then when they reenacted Trinity's scene in the beginning of the movie, I was like, oh my God, they're going to reenact it with a whole new actress.
Yeah.
Trash.
They trashed the whole thing. Idiot Loser wrote, who never comes to my streams, haha, I just finished this was made to piss you off. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not even that mad. You think I would be that mad because it doesn't ruin the first movie for me. It doesn't break the story. The story is so bad, and I could totally just discount it. I could just discount it when I watch it. It doesn't change my feeling on the original film or anything like that. I could just it doesn't. It's just so bad. By the time it actually got woke, or the thing that would have normally bothered me, I just didn't care. It was just total trash. Absolute total trash. You want to take calls, kiddo?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
We'll take calls the rest of the time. I don't waste
your
money.
It was offensive. It was bad. The only thing I
wasn't offended.
Is that
I wasn't offended.
The movie, this is what I will say.
Yeah.
I really had high hopes for this movie.
Yeah, maybe I did.
What I really thought it was going to be, when I saw the trailer, what I thought it was that Neo didn't technically die, and that the machines took his body, right, and just plugged him back in, and he created a whole new Matrix because he wanted to be with Trinity, and Neo became the new architect, which made sense on how he was able to repulse grenades, the whole him not really knowing what was going on, and Trinity.
But they were just farming him and Trinity's energy. That's all they were doing.
Yeah, they went from that to they're farming the energy to how I kind of feel like the next move. It sounds bad, but I kind of felt like the ending was, come on, honey, we're gonna make this like Animal Crossing, and we're gonna build our own village.
Well,
like they didn't even talk about
like
how
idiot
to save
loser.
anybody.
I gotta respond to this idiot in the chat. Just say like you didn't like how they cheapened the pill thing. No, I gotta be honest with you. And if you watch what I wrote on said on Twitter, it was never a woke issue to begin with. I honestly believe, like, I mean, that seems to be the whole thing. Like, you know, there's people on the left saying that, you know, we're taking the pill thing back. Well, first of all, it's kind of a dead meme anyway. Nobody uses it at all. It only, the symbolism is to reveal the truth. That could be any political ideology. I mean, idiot loser, do you really believe that Lana Wachowski just sabotaged her own movie just to own the fucking Trumpers? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think she...
I don't know. I don't think it was that organized. It wasn't even that well thought out. No. I didn't watch this movie and say, "Oh my God, they ruined my." It was just like, it was a snore fest. By the time it got woke or political, and I realized what they were trying to do was towards the very end, and I didn't care because first of all, the shock value is over to begin with because Last Jedi has already happened. We've had a million fucking movies that, you know, they switched genders or they made it lame or what have you. It's just normal stuff. It's fodder now. It's I mean, Jeremy's taken it and turned it into a fucking $1 million business, you know? So it's not like I'm so surprised that now Neo's in the one. But I mean, if you really think that I'm like personally fucking hurt that the red pill thing, first of all, it doesn't change the red pill thing. It doesn't. People are still going to use it how they use it, and it's not as much as they even used to. Like, you are so politicized. Like, I can't even imagine, like, being that way. Like, how, like, you actually think that you won something?
The movie was not political at all, in my opinion.
It might have tried. I don't even know. It's like, it didn't even know what it wanted to be. Like,
yeah, like, what would be the message?
I'm still mad at Last Jedi to this day because they broke the story.
Last Jedi, that was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
But this movie was so bad.
Last Jedi was intentional. That guy literally wrote that script, smiled, presented it to Mommy. Mommy was like, "Oh my God, this is so amazing! Yes, we're gonna marry Sue and have no backstory."
Yeah.
And we're just gonna ruin absolutely
Yeah, like that would be
everybody.
the better. I think that's what like he's saying, like, because that's what.
No, I don't.
Last Jedi feels like they went in to deliberately ruin it, right, and say "fuck you, right wing." Okay.
Yeah.
But this movie, if that's what they were trying to do, like, it's the middle finger I completely missed. I just drove by the guy, like, oh, okay, I guess somebody doesn't like me.
Yeah. Like, it was literally a blip, and then I went to bed, and then, like, I woke up and I saw your tweets about it saying like, oh, I know what you're talking about. The movie was so bad, I didn't even realize I watched it last night.
It was like...
You had to remind me this morning that wasn't a bad dream.
Let's take denial and coping. There's nothing to cope with. It wasn't that...
Is he trolling? I think he's trolling.
Maybe. It's like, you know what it is? It's like you're driving down the street and somebody moons you and somebody catches you. Yo, I mooned you yesterday in the parking lot. You did?
Okay.
You know, like that's what it is. It sounds like you are coping more than I am. It's like you just say this and just say that and just say because that means your joke worked. Just say you were embarrassed that I mooned you and you were really uncomfortable. I missed it. No, you didn't. You're just saying that. That's like this. That's the conversation I'm having with the idiot loser. Yeah,
can you come on, please? Come on.
How do you burn the whole franchise to the ground? No, you're wrong. First of all, the sequels weren't that good, and that was 20 fucking years ago. They didn't burn anything to the ground. The original.
It's not even the Matrix. They even said we're not even the Matrix. It's not even the Matrix.
And the other two movies weren't that good, and they weren't. Well, they sucked, and this movie sucked. And even if you really think about it, the Wachowskis. I mean, I like Cloud Atlas, but everything they've made is garbage.
The trash.
They're not even that good. You're talking about two guys that were innovative filmmakers and that changed the way they film move with bullet time and all the other cool things and changed video games. And they put a bunch of fight scenes I didn't care about. And yeah, if that's what they did on purpose to own like me, well,
I don't think it was not. That movie was not on purpose. You know
I don't think so. Really, you know why? You know why it wasn't on purpose? Because they break the fourth wall a bunch of times.
Yeah, and then they said
it's like they act like it's a guaranteed
Warner Brothers
hit.
wants to make a sequel to the trilogy.
Yeah, the director just sabotages the movie to piss off me. It didn't work. I mean, I've had so many other franchises ruined. I'm just used to it.
No, nothing touches The Last Jedi for me.
Nothing,
I'm sorry.
nothing, because it breaks the whole. It breaks Luke Skywalker, breaks everything.
What they did to Luke Skywalker was just unforgivable.
Let me tell you how much I'm coping with that. I'm still praying they decanonize, and there's rumors that the sequel series will be decanonized. I literally have dreams about reading that they're decanonizing the sequel trilogy. You know? But, it's funny. There's rumors that Kathleen Kennedy, who's had the movies taken away from her, that's the rumor, and she's desperately trying to inject characters from the sequel series into The Mandalorian, into the Book of Boba Fett, into any of the series. So in an attempt to somehow, that now they have to actually connect, because nothing's really been connected to the sequel series from any of the TV shows yet.
She's been banned from set.
I don't know if she's been banned from set, but the rumor is she has no control over anything. She's got she's got Indiana Jones, which has been delayed a year. She has the hotel, which is pretty much going up in flames. And she has The Acolyte, which is a show about the High Republic, which nobody even, the hardest core of hardcore Star Wars fans don't even like the High Republic stories on books. And I'm talking about people that read the books. That would piss me off more than anything. But what a shock, Disney wants money.
Did you hear the rumor that because of The Last Jedi that the IP value of Star Wars actually went down? Did you hear that?
What? Oh, I'm sure, yeah. It would have to.
Yeah, it actually went down.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. I absolutely. I mean, it's sort of hanging by a thread. It's hanging by Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian,
You know what, Tommy? I think that if they shut and I mean this with all sincerity, and some people might disagree with me, and that's fine. I think if they shut the fuck up and just pushed Yoda and Darth Vader shit for the rest of the time, it will always work out.
Oh yeah. I think I have a chance of turning it around, and the rumors are she's been shut out.
Not even doing anything, not making movies, not making TV shows, just merch bullshit.
Yeah. Well, the merch doesn't sell unless you love the characters. And
everyone loves Yoda and Darth Vader.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Baby Yoda.
There's always going to be that guy that's going to buy the Yoda coffee.
They love Mandalorian, and they love Baby Yoda, and that's the stuff that's selling. Finn's not selling because they ruined him. He would have been great. That's the one. That's the really biggest disappointment of all the characters.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
He was a great idea. He was poorly executed,
and they ruined him on purpose. It just feels like they let's put him up with an extremely unattractive woman that has no point in the story, and the one thing that he's going to do is sacrifice for his friends, and she stops him.
I really liked, you know what? I liked her in the first film. I liked her chemistry with Han Solo. I loved that dynamic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't understand Poe. Like, I saw Poe in the first movie. I was like, okay, who are you? And then Poe in the second movie was boring.
They literally cut his dick off. You are not to speak out. You are not to fucking stand against women. You better sit down and shut up.
Like, I didn't understand him. And then Finn, he was just don't get me.
Finn was good. He would have been great.
I think I wanted him to be Mace Windu's grandson. Bad.
You got a better chance of Mace Windu coming back.
Well, there was rumors that he was going to come back. We never technically saw him dead.
Yeah, I mean, there is some rumors, and supposedly Samuel Jackson's talking about coming back. So, well,
they have to give him the check.
I'm still coping over Star Wars. They can ruin this movie all they want. The trilogy's complete. The sequels were bad 20 years ago. And the first Matrix movie is still the most awesome fucking movie
that's the
ever
one
made.
thing that that's what The Last Jedi did. It made 1, 2, and 3 look like golden children.
Yeah. In some ways,
are you kidding me?
This helps 2 and 3. This does help 2 and 3. In some ways, this helps 2 and 3 because at least it's a coherent story. And that was the problem with the sequel series. It was incoherent, and you can't say the prequels weren't that great. But they were a coherent story. This was just complete.
It was insulting. Mayhem. Like, for me, I'm like, I love The Matrix. Like, I love it. Like, I'm not gonna say like I'm like a hardcore fan, but like I love the movies. Mm-hmm. And for me, that scene with Trinity, with all of Trinity's scenes, 1, 2, and 3, she set the tone in all the movies, right? Mm-hmm. Well, not 3. She didn't do the opening for 3. But 1 and 2, she had a badass opening with her hair comb slicked back in the leather outfit, right? Mm-hmm. And then in 2, she had that badass motorcycle scene and went to work with the key man behind her and was weaving through traffic and fighting and shit. So we went from a badass motorcycle scene, her making me feel like that she was going like 100 miles per hour, right? Or like 200, like over 100 miles per hour. Like total badass. In boots, doing the most, to her being, just tooting around in the neighborhood, going 40 miles per hour with her boyfriend saying, wait, stop the car. Stop the car. Stop the car.
Let's take some calls now. Let's say hello.
If you wanted to rate the movie, the Matrix movie, what would you rate it out of 10?
Fucking a 1.
A 1?
A 1 out of 10.
If it had nothing to do with the Matrix.
Yeah, I don't think it's so bad.
Matrix,
it doesn't hurt the rest of the movies.
If this was an individual sci-fi film.
Yeah.
An individual sci-fi film, I didn't pay any money for it. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel. I was watching it for Christmas Eve. I would give it a 5.
By the way, I'm canceling the members stream because I'm not feeling well. I'm actually experiencing lightheadedness throughout the stream, and I don't know why.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. It's me. It's like my head's spinning, and it's been spinning for like an hour prior to this. I'm having trouble concentrating and shit like that, so I'm gonna have to skip that. But here's what we'll do: we'll take some calls, and then we'll finish up the stream. What do you say, Jessica Pizzle? What's on your mind?
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
What's on your mind?
What's going on? First of all, I do have to say something. Nothing. Number 2 look good. Okay? Nothing.
Yeah, number 2 looks good.
I don't care. No. Nothing makes 2 people rolling around on a hill like Pocahontas and John fucking Smith in Disney look good.
I suppose. No,
but no, but I don't know.
You like the movie? We're losing you, Jessica.
You're roboting, Jessica.
Yeah,
Did she really bring up Pocahontas in this shit?
Yeah, I have no idea what she's talking about. What's up? What's up? Prelix, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hello. Don't you find it sad that every single good sci-fi franchise just sucks now? Like all the classics from the past.
Yeah, hear 'em.
I do. I think there's.
I can hear him.
I think.
Mic was turned down. Sorry.
Yeah. I guess it's sad. I guess I'm used to it to some extent.
I mean,
we have
I'm
this-
experiencing it now with Doctor
You know,
Who,
when
over that show badly.
I think this sort of woke culture, this effort to be like this weird Puritan in woke culture, I think it's affecting artistic people, you know.
Yeah.
And I think much probably the way it affected people in Germany when, you know, that wave of people came in, like it affected their art, it affected everything, you know, in Germany. It like all the cool, everything that made Germany cool and interesting and a cultural center just got dried up with these fucking weirdo brown shirts. And I think you're seeing, not that they're going to be the next like murderers, but I think like you have this sort of woke cult and you have to live up to this ideal. And that's what the Nazis wanted. They wanted to, and it affects everything else behind it. So yeah, I'm not surprised that everything sucks because everybody's buying into this sort of religion. So that's what I think it is. That's my opinion. I can't prove it. Just the way I see things. I think people are buying into a sort of an authoritarian thought process and thinking this makes them, buying into this thought process makes them virtuous, and it just makes everything suck. Like, when was the last time you ever met like a really super Christian person? Like, have you ever seen them like? Can they play guitar? Can they sing? Can they dance? Can they make great art? No, because everything has to be about Jesus. And if you take the woke types, everything has to be about, you know, showing that you care about minorities or showing you cared about this or, you know, showing that you don't like Trump. So like, I think it just sucks all the creative juices just right out of you. That's what I think. And I think it's a cultural phenomenon. So yeah, all the movies suck. What a shock.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. You know, like look what is this woke culture is? It's a bunch. It's a protocol. It's like a list of rules. So if you're an artist, you're not supposed to have any boundaries. You're not supposed to have any rules. And you voluntarily look at Seth Rogen. Look how it messed him up. He used to be a funny guy, right? So you take this in, and Lana Wachowski probably took it in, and more than likely, and then now her art sucks because she's more worried about living up to the ideal than it is creating great art with this limitless idea. So yeah, the art sucks now. So that's what I think.
I think she needed the money, Tommy. Yeah, I said it.
She do it for the money? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
She needed the money. About the money?
I think she needed the money. I think she needed the money.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think.
Yeah, but she made The Matrix. It still make tons of sales.
We don't know what her contract looked like. We don't know if she made money off of them games.
Let me check this out. Hold on. This is estimated. That's not usually. Lana Wachowski. I'm gonna write this.
Maybe she's going through some. Maybe she got a baby on the way. Maybe her brother's on some shit. You know what I mean? Maybe the crackhead in the family. We don't know.
25 million.
$250 million between both of the Wachowski sisters, brothers.
Wait. No. I'm not gonna get in trouble. What are they?
They're transgender women.
Yeah.
They're both.
Both.
I'm trying to be respectful.
They're both transgender women, and now they don't call themselves the Wachowski sisters. They're referred to as the Wachowskis, but Lily, I think, retired.
Wait.
Like she retired from films altogether.
Wait, so they were
brothers.
The Wachowskis brothers.
Brothers, yes. And then Lana went trans for a while first, and then
like 10 years before fucking Lily did, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not twins? Like one came out of the womb after the other?
No.
Like
well, they did. One of them did come out, but the other one's older.
Yeah, so the parents had sex at two different instances.
I gotta be honest with you, she fooled me. I watched that trailer. I thought, like, well, maybe this will be good. Maybe she'll be like, Blair White's kind of like the anti-woke trans person. Maybe Lily's the same way. I don't know. I was just, you gotta have hope, I suppose. And I had hope, and I wasn't that disappointed. You know what is? I saw Superman last week, or Spider-Man, excuse me, And that was so awesome and so much fun. And I got to be with my wife and my kid and watch my kid's eyes get real big like I did when I saw E.T. and Return of the Jedi. And that, like, it didn't matter how bad The Matrix was after that, because then I'm like, good. You know? I was just like...
Riveter is saying that he liked it.
Who?
Riveter is saying he liked it.
He liked the new Matrix? I'd love to call him.
Yeah, he's saying he liked it.
Let me pull him in. All right, thanks for the call, Pixel. Hold on. Hang on, he's lying. Riveter, you like the new Matrix movie?
Riveter, you are on.
It couldn't be true.
He's saying it in the chat. He even made a donation saying he liked it.
Really? Well, he's good.
He said, I just finished the movie and I enjoyed it.
Well, he won't answer, so you know what that means.
It's the crickets for me, Riveter. Living your truth. He just said something.
Riveter, do you like the movie?
Yeah, I liked it.
Why?
Because if you were to go back to the original trilogy, right, it was all about this love relationship between Neo and and to me it was just a continuation. Now, did they need to make this?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay.
Yeah,
did you like it because men and women need each other?
Shit,
are you a crazy? Are you just like? Are you going crazy Christian on us? Men and women need each other.
No.
Riveter, baby, listen. Yeah. Linda, listen. Linda, listen. You trying to tell me that you were at home with tears in your eyes when they were holding hands and the light came on? Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck up here. Get off the whiskey. Get off the whiskey.
Listen, guys.
Get the fuck out of here.
Listen.
You're so full of shit.
I think, no, you guys are just too jaded, man. I believe in love.
Shit. You do. Riveter.
I believe in bad movies.
Riveter, look at me. You pretend you can look at me. Riveter.
Yeah,
you look at me in the eye. You try to tell me that was some bullshit. Morpheus coming out in the pot. Look like he just took a shit. Saying, hi, Neo, take a red pill or a blue pill. Get the fuck out of here. Garbage.
Okay,
Don't try to tell me that. Don't try to tell me that, Riveter. You lying.
Okay, if you want to nitpick, there were some issues with the movie.
Yeah.
Some issues.
But to me, I'm sorry. To me, it was still this love story between this man and this woman. And
you know
to me,
what?
that was
Morpheus
sweet.
turned to goddamn Cortana. You like Morpheus being goddamn Cortana? All we did was a Master Chief. Get the fuck out of here.
Man needs woman and woman needs man.
Listen. I get it. Not everybody can watch a movie and agree on it. Say this is a great movie. And I dislike it. And I get that, and that's fine.
Are you buzzed? Are you trolling? Are you trolling me?
Riveter. Listen. Morpheus took a shit, came out the pot.
She can't get over that.
Yeah, I know. I did not like what they did with the Morpheus character. I agree. I didn't like it.
That was Riveter. And not Riveter. That's Morpheus, Riveter. Stop the cap.
Yes, I know.
The whiskey.
I'm not on the whiskey, darling. I wish I was, but I'm not.
I gotta get some other people on because I gotta end it. I'm not feeling that great. Thanks for your call, Riveter. Glad you enjoyed the film. Regenerator, go.
Hello?
What's going on?
All right. Well, you think that's bad, Tommy? Check what I'm going to send you on DMs because 1984 is also going to be fucked.
Is it?
Yeah, check DMs.
Oh, they're gonna. Well, I don't care. See, I don't know. I guess I just don't care anymore. I'm tired of caring.
You know what we need? You're right. We need Oolbol. Oolbol is based.
Yeah, Oolbol hates all these movies. Yeah, 1984. They're. All right, hold on. So I'll check this out. Well, first of all, they never really made a good 1984 movie anyway. So let's check this out. A feminist gets a makeover. Yeah, the Orwellian estate approves a rewrite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to be even surprised that it's going to suck. Although I am a bit sad since 1984. From what I've heard, it's good.
Book's good. Fuck, sorry.
The book, yeah.
Yeah, the book's good. But I don't know about the rest of the shit. All right. Thanks for the call. I don't know.
All right, see ya.
I'm not sure I care.
Tommy's not feeling
Carbino.
well.
I'm fading here quickly, and I don't know why.
You guys doing?
What's up? You tell me.
I'm just going to make it real quick. Thank you for the quick spoiler review for it.
Sure.
Because right now I'm not gonna watch it. I was going to watch it today
Don't
if
watch.
my day
Thanks,
was
Marley.
going to be really boring.
That's a lot of money.
Marlekin's gave me $50 donation. I will feel bad. I don't know what's going on. I maybe I didn't drink enough water or some shit.
I'm just stunned by Riveter being. I'm still stunned by Riveter's call.
Me too. So what's on your mind?
I was going to thank you guys for this spoiler review because I was going to watch it tonight if my shift tonight was going to be this boring. And well, thank you.
You might as well. I mean, you might as well. It's not going to kill you or anything.
Rewatch Supernatural.
They'll probably. Reruns would probably be better than this horse shit.
Just don't watch the final season. You should be fine.
Alrighty then, I'll keep it in mind as well.
That's what I was told. I don't watch the show, but what I'm told, don't watch the end.
Okay. I won't watch the last season then.
All right, Stefan.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
to get the list.
Have a nice day.
I'll talk to you later. Rad Tad, you're on the air. Rad Tad, go. Rad Tad, going once.
Hey,
what's
there
up?
we go.
What are you doing? So with The Last Jedi, did anybody else? Maybe I'm just an idiot here, but did anybody else like it on their first viewing, and then just after thinking about it for like a half hour, just have that?
No, I had a good time when I was there because I was there with some friends. But the night went on, I realized like I thought, okay, it's a bad Star Wars movie when I got out. As the time went on, I said, oh my God, it's fucked. Like it took me only about probably till I woke up the next day to realize the story's fucked. You know? So.
That it was like I was just blinded by seeing Luke again, and then like the next day I was just like, holy fucking shit, what did they do?
Yeah, there you go. All right, man. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Sim man, you're on the air. Make it quick, man. I'm not doing too good.
Yeah, I got it, man. But I did want to point out that I think you're absolutely right. That whole thing where people have to pay the homage to narrative. So everybody's posting that woke crap. So, well, not woke crap.
That's my theory on why everything sucks. Because if you give yourself limits, like I know this from playing guitar. Just like I'm not saying I'm a great artist or anything. As soon as you set limits, it sucks. You know, the whole idea with the Matrix is you're only limited by yourself. You know, and I find that ideology extremely limiting. You know, through speech, through thought, through your own skin color. You know, you should be limited based on your skin color. You know, as respect for another skin color. I think it's really limiting. So,
and the Matrix has
it's
so
also
much
exclusive. It's an exclusionary ideology. There's only certain people you can hang with, certain people you can run with. You know, and if you limit yourself, like, oh, I'm not going to hang out with this person because he thinks this way, he looks this way, you're just going to be a loser. You're just going to be a weirdo. And you know how I know this? Because I watched all right-wing losers do that growing up. Like one of the worst. I had a friend like join the skinheads. Right? He used to be a lot of fun and a good guy, and then he started hanging around with skinheads, and he was no fucking fun anymore. He was just violent and crazy and drunk all the time, probably because he hated himself. You know? Yeah. So I think it's much worse because that was like an isolated incident for one guy I knew, this guy Kevin I knew in high school, and he wasn't that bright, so I think he was more likely to fall into something like that. Where you have this whole woke thing. This woke thing is like worldwide. So yeah. And where is it concentrated? In Hollywood. So it sucks. It makes everything suck.
And like that's the other thing. Like I'm going to be honest, your review was probably a lot better than what the Quartering's going to release because
Quartering's relief is just it's a bad movie. It's nothing to get angry about. It's not
the end of the world. Like I'm not like I'm just disappointed as a fan.
Yeah.
But it's just that for me, the only thing that I would say that I'm very upset about is what they did with Morpheus, because to me, it is not the same equivalence, but it's almost the same equivalence of when we saw Mark Hamill drinking the goat milk.
Yeah, that made no sense.
Wasn't even.
To me, but
another thing is Larry. You know, Larry Fishburne has no idea why he wasn't invited to do this movie. You know that, right?
You're serious?
Yeah. Larry Fishburne. Watch this. Lawrence. Well, that's
Lawrence,
right.
You called him Larry.
You used to call Larry.
You want to go? You know what? In my mind, you probably went drinking with him. Mac Miller. No, look at that killer popping up.
Larry Fishburne. Okay.
I think
Lawrence
I'm just going to take the advice of my
Matrix 4. He has no. I think Matrix 4 or Resurrections.
Yeah, I think Lawrence did a good job avoiding this. I think a lot of people made good decisions.
This was. I don't think he was asked. Where is Lawrence? Here we go. Where is Lawrence Fishburne, aka Morpheus in Matrix 4? Here's what he said when asked. Unless he has a super surprise cameo, which, by the way, I was expecting. Lawrence Fishburne is not featured in The Matrix, aka Matrix Resurrections. The original stars Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss are back, but Lawrence is not asked to participate. I'm not in the next Matrix movie, and you'd have to ask director Lana Wachowski why, because I don't have an answer for that. He said when asked.
That's...
Well, that just kind of ends it for me, to be honest. Like,
how do you not, like, he's the best, most talented actor of that whole fucking career.
Like,
you really feel passionate to his character. You really feel attached to his character.
Not only he was, I remember when people were giving him bad reviews of the Matrix 2, and like that Matrix is really important to him, because I think it's one of his favorite movies. And I remember when people were asking him, "Is this good?" He like when people were making fun of the sequels, you could see it really pissed him off.
Right.
I mean, it's tough shit. People can say what they want about your dumb movie, but I mean, but at least it showed it was important to him. It was important to him. His character was important to him.
I think I'm just gonna take my friend's advice and like just go to the movies. If I'm entertained, the movie has done somewhat of a job. If it's not entertaining anymore, then
if you have to see this movie,
that's the best way to put it. I wasn't entertained with the fight scenes. Like I had to tell myself, "Hey, by the way, this is a fight scene. This is supposed to be like epic and important because it was that bad."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, looking at Tommy's like review that he did, like he looked like he was bored, uninterested, and didn't even want to be there. So, like, you really can tell a lot. And like it's not like him just passing it off as he's the extreme Matrix fan.
If the Matrix was a comic book in a series, Matrix 4, I would have skipped right to the end just so I could get to the next book. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes. Like, say I'm reading a series.
With the next one.
Maybe it's reading a series.
It's going to be another trilogy, right?
What's that?
Is it going to be another trilogy?
I don't think so. Not after this. I don't think
so. What are they going to do? Are they going to do Animal Crossing now? They're going to start building mountains and shit?
I think
what the fuck
Minecraft.
Do?
It's Minecraft. It's going to be Minecraft. I'm calling it now. It's Minecraft.
Yeah, it's basically Minecraft because at the end, the therapist's like, so what are you going to build here? Are you going to put rainbows in the sky? And Trini's like, you know what? That would be nice. And I'm just like...
Yeah, he was supposed to be the evil white man. So she was standing up to the evil white man. I think that's what that meant.
Yep.
Like,
thank you very much.
Like he made that kind of white man response, and she put him in his place. I think that's what that scene was about.
Also, Tommy, the one thing that really irritated me about it was the lack of care of the people that got kidnapped again.
Yeah. Like, nobody. The movie doesn't make.
It was
sense.
Because you remember 2 and 3, they wanted to save people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to get people out.
But that was the fight between. All right, that part I actually disagree with you here. There was a conflict that wasn't well explored between Naomi and the new captains, and they wanted to save people, and Naomi's like, you know what, we have enough people. Let's not make trouble for the machines. That was interesting.
By the way, I've been wanting to say something, but I didn't want to say it. But I have to say it now at the end of the stream in case someone makes a comment.
What?
Is Niobe.
Niobe? Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you can say so.
But like, I didn't want to. But I have a feeling someone's gonna make a comment at the end of the stream saying like,
I wouldn't be the first
Niobe.
All right, get out of here, Sid, man. Thanks for the call. I'm gonna end the show. I'm not feeling good. I think it's time to call it a quit. Thank you so much for being on. I do appreciate you, Diva. We're going to have you on next Love Phones. Take some calls. Make fun of people's terrible relationships. This is the last show for a while. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me read them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.